Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Rounded TikTak here, another trap video. You guys want them, I'm gonna keep making them, so here we go. Now, please don't be offended. My last 2x1 in air quotes video was not the actual 2x1 you guys were talking about. I misinterpreted it, and I just wanted to clear that up. This is the tunnel that all of you guys were looking for and want to see. I did something pretty cool in this video, and we're gonna check it out in a little bit, but first I wanna tell you how to build it. All it is 2 tiles long, and then make sure, again, like always, to block off what you need to block off with a wall and a stairs behind it. You're gonna build it up real easy. Like, again, we're gonna use these pillars as a demonstration of the husks. All you're gonna do is build a 2x1. It's real simple, like this in the video. You always keep the spawn point open as wide as you possibly can. After that, you're gonna craft some gas traps, real easy like, and you're gonna put them on top. Again, you're going to use wall pushers here and floor spikes. Do not use freeze traps in this instance, and I will show you why in a minute. But floor spikes are definitely going to be used here to slow everything down. On this wall right here, always, 100% of the time, you're going to put a wall pusher. As they walk in, they're going to get pushed back out. This wall also gets a wall pusher because if they make it that far, they're going to get pushed back and then hopefully pushed back out again. Do not put a barrier there because it'll block off the amount that the wall pusher can push them back. Now here you have an option. You can do wall lights, you can do wall dynamos, or you can do wall darts. I tested all of them, which you guys will see in a little bit, and see how well it actually works comparative to everything else. Just real quick though, in my opinion, I think wall dynamos might be your best bet here, and I'll show you why, like I said, in a little bit. But this is a real simple build. There's only one build that is more minimum than this actual build. And the last thing you can do, when I made my first video about the diamond trap, the one that you can use on corners, a lot of people said that you can use 2x1s on a corner, and you can. All you have to do is this. You have to break down that first wall. You lose a little damage. So now instead of the tunnel having 8 traps, it's going to only have 7. Change your barrier wall a little bit and keep this open. So if the husks were to spawn here where I'm building now, they will still walk into your tunnel because the wall is gone. So you can use this on any kind of corner or anything. And it probably is the quote unquote most efficient trap for the price, but granted, I like to have fun with my builds and try out some new things, and that's why I make these videos for you guys. So all you have to do is open that wall. You do lose a trap, but it's still worth it if you want to save on traps and still do the most efficient way possible of doing damage. So I thought to myself, what is the best way to show you guys this tunnel? Trying to, think of how to show you all the variables and what you can do with the tunnels and how well they work. And I came up with the idea of jumping in to a 4-man level 94 mission by myself. I placed down 2 defenders and it's just me on Sid, and I trapped the entire thing. But each trap tunnel is just slightly different. I used floor spikes, I used pushers, I used wall lights, I used wall dynamos, I used wall darts. And I think I used flame grill traps as well, and just made a complete DPS tunnel just to see how well that does. Does it kill the husks fast enough? And my results were kind of mixed. It's kind of hard to do this by yourself. I actually died at the end of this, but I was still able to complete it. But let me just show you guys real quick of which ones are which. So this tunnel right here that I just finished is your average one with wall dynamos, floor spikes, pushers, and gas traps. All of them have gas traps, every single one of them. The next one that we set up is right here. And this one is my pure CC one. So this one, instead of having damaging traps like dynamos or wall darts, it has wall lights. Everything else is the same. The next one, we're going to do wall darts instead of dynamos or wall lights, and we're going to see how well this one does. This one I wanted to change it up a little bit and do a freeze trap, floor spikes, plus wall darts. So the wall darts are somewhat decent, but this entire thing is a little biased because it was an ice storm, but this is just normal playing. And then I also added a wall dynamo. Those wall dynamos are going to be doing a little better than wall darts in this because, again, it's an ice storm and those wall dynamos are nature damage, so they do have an advantage here. This last one that I am going to make is going to be a pure DPS tunnel. So this is flame grill traps, all damage traps, with 2 wall pushers. And it does okay, but again, this is an ice storm and these are flame grill traps, so it's not the best comparison, but it does its job for what we need. You can kind of tell the difference. So as I'm setting up and trying to finish here, I run around, I repair all of my tunnels, and then right here, I thought something happened in the mission. This was a huge pack of enemies that just came in here and just kind of proved my point of the tunnel working very, very well. I kind of got confused there, but it's all right. I finished going around, upgrading everything, just so I can start this mission and get it going. I forgot to upgrade things. Now, I just want to touch on a quick point. Make sure to always add one of these archways, or you can do a half diamond or a half triangle rather, and just it keeps them from getting to your base a little bit longer. They take another instance of damage, another tick of damage, and it just helps, especially in like Fortnite 128. You need every second of damage you can possibly pull off. Only put it on the way they're coming out though. Do not put it on the way they enter. With everything double checked and good to go, I drop my defenders, I shoot the balloon, and here we go. So we're going to test this. I'm going to tell you which tunnel is which as you guys are watching it in the video. Remember, this is a 94 floor man, and I am solo with 2 defenders. That's all I got. So after I finish upgrading, I kind of take a look, and this is the tunnel that technically loses. It is the tunnel with the frost trap and wall darts and 1 floor spike. It is the first tunnel to have an enemy actually make it through alive. Now that could just be RNG, but on this test, when you're trying to test everything methodically, this tunnel does the worst. So a frost trap is maybe not a go-to. I just wanted to try it out, even though I said not to do it earlier in the video. This is why I'm telling you not to do it, because that tunnel technically lost. The second husk to make it through is over on the south side, and this is the tunnel that I thought would do the best, but apparently it doesn't. This tunnel right here, this is the one I'm speaking about. This is the wall lights, floor spikes, pushers, and you only use gas traps for DPS. It works fine. It works fine, but it's not as good as the one with wall dynamos. But that could strictly be because it is a frost map. So maybe that's the reason. You can see my defender there doing some work, and I'm just trying to scan the horizon. But this one right here is definitely the weakest one of all. That frost trap wall spike, I thought it was going to do better, but it just isn't. Lastly, remember that since these are elemental husks, those wall darts are not doing as much damage as they could / should be. Then things get a little hairy. The storm rotates. I thought I had it trapped up pretty well, but I did not listen to my own words of wisdom. I tried my best to trap this up and set it up for the most methodical test I could possibly pull off, and it worked, especially for the first couple of minutes, but then things kind of went to hell. They rotated, the storm rotated, and they started coming in from angles that I wasn't expecting. You can trap these angles. You absolutely can. I just wasn't prepared for it. I assumed that maybe they would just spawn on, you know, the points of the map, north, south, east, west, and I didn't trap the corners. Like right here, you can see this spawn basically broke down my corner wall, and they're just walking on through. But we can still see the other trap tunnels working. As I'm making my way right now to the other thing, that trap tunnel, that's the DPS trap tunnel in your far horizon, is not really doing much. It really isn't. Everything's coming out with almost full to half health. You can see right here, and it's just not doing damage. But that was to be expected. I just wanted to test it out. So in my opinion, the best trap tunnel that you could possibly do, depending on what kind of husks you're fighting. If you plan on using a minimalistic 2x1 approach, it's going to be 2 wall pushers, 2 wall dynamos, 2 gas traps, and 2 floor spikes. 8 traps total to pull off basically nothing, making it through your actual tunnels. Like I said, this mission kind of got a little dicey. I would stay away from flame grill traps, especially on frost waves. Like I said, this isn't scientific, it's just the best we can do. Then one crazy thing started to happen. And this kind of proves my point of how efficient these traps are. A mini boss spawn that had Vortex and Playing Sid, not the best combination ever. But this tunnel right here, I die, I drop down, and I'm noticing that a lot of husks are making it through, and I can't figure out why, and then I finally do. A lot of the trap tunnels, the gas traps have died. They have used all their durability, and they are no longer working. And that's kind of a good thing, because that proves that this tunnel method, as at least if it's anything else, it's efficient. Actually running out of trap durability on a 7-minute mission is kind of crazy, and I don't see that very often, and I know you guys don't either. So the fact that that actually happened is pretty cool. It makes me feel like this build is pretty dang decent. Now, quick update. Bobcat video, still in the works. Those videos are kind of painstakingly long to make. And another update, our spreadsheet is almost done. It's gone through 3 iterations. This is version 3. And let me tell you, this thing is fantastic. It's going to let you basically pick your perks. So no typing in numbers, anything like that. You just pick stuff. Much easier, much more simplistic, and very user-friendly. That is on its way, I promise you. Make sure to stay tuned for that video. You're gonna love it, I promise. That's really all I got, guys. This is the 2x1, the official one. I hope so. I hope this is what you guys were talking about. If you want to stop by my stream, twitch.tv/roundedtiktak. I stream almost every single day. We would love to have you. I'll see you on the next one. Rounded TikTak, out.